Tonight we have a special story to bring you on a group of veterans who selfishly serve their country or unselfishly serve their country and are now embarking on a new mission.
For 2 years, Disabled Sports USA and the Wounded Warriors Project have taken former soldiers to Bonaire. The Caribbean island is near Aruba in the southern end of the tropics.
News Channel 5's Cashmere joins us now live from the Intracoastal Waterway with more on the soldiers and how this adventure is changing their lives. Jay?
Kelly Chandra, photographer Tom Special, and I had an incredible opportunity to visit these soldiers 2 weeks ago down in Bonaire as they learned how to dive. This small Caribbean island is well known for diving, arguably one of the best in the world. And each year when the soldiers arrive in town, the island's residents roll out the red carpet for them with an all-expense-paid trip. 1, to say thank you, and 2, to give them an experience they'll never forget.
Deep in the heart of the Caribbean lies a place where colorful coral comes to life, where a tranquil subtropical breeze glides over crystal clear water. This is Bonaire, where something special is about to happen.
Exciting. I'm anxious to get back out.
6 men in their 20s have converged on the small 24-mile island, ready to submerge on a new endeavor. One that tugs at the heart when you see what they have in common.
It forever changed my life. At first, I thought my life was over with. I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Each has a day in their life they will never forget. Orlando Gills came October 2nd, 2004.
And our insurgent managed to get a shot out with an RPG, which unfortunately for me hit me directly on my leg and amputated my leg right there on the spot.
All served their country proud in Iraq and Afghanistan, but paid for it dearly. These are the men of the Wounded Warriors Project, single and double amputees who linked up with Disabled Sports USA in rehab to take on a new mission, learning how to dive.
Their idea is, let's heal the family and reintroduce them that they can do anything.
This is a great dive site to do a shallow dive on, so you're going to see a lot of neat stuff.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
In the best possible place, ranking in the top 5 dive destinations in the world, 6 men who once thought they'd never be able to swim again immersed themselves into the water of Bonaire National Marine Park, conquering their biggest obstacle.
This is what we got into diving for. When I became a diving instructor over 30 years ago, I wanted that excitement. I wanted to see people learn diving for the very first time and experience it for the first time. And those guys have reminded me how much I enjoyed doing that.
The journey here to the beautiful waters of Bonaire has been an emotional one for each of these soldiers, and for one reason. Each time they enter the water, their disabilities disappear. Using specially modified webbed gloves, they propel themselves into the depths of Bonaire, overlooking the world's top coral reef, and in the process, removing emotional scars.
In the water, you're free to do whatever you want to do. You can move as fast as you want to, as slow as you want to. There's nothing hindering you back.
It's a special opportunity that brings tears to the eyes of instructors who long for the chance to give back to soldiers who have given so much.
When that smile comes up and they've got this big grin, it's just, there's nothing to compare. I don't know how to describe it, the feeling that I get inside.
A new door has been opened in this unique place where every element of the subtropics blend together, where 6 men dove in with uncertainty and surfaced with a new outlook to carry for a lifetime.
I put on my business card, I'm a life enthusiast, because I go and enjoy life now. I came so close to dying that day, and going from that to where I'm at now is just an example of what I do to enjoy life.
And the dive portion of this program has grown so rapidly over the past 2 years that next year 2 groups will actually get to experience it instead of just 1. To read more about this story, to see related links of those who were involved to make this happen, and to see pictures that I took of our experience, just log on to WPTV.com. Reporting live from beneath Sailfish Marina in the Intercoastal Waterway, I'm Jay Cashmere, News Channel 5.
Time now for Storm Team
If you've ever dreamed of diving at a top destination, chances are Bonaire is at the top of your list. The small Caribbean island north of Venezuela and east of Aruba has made a name for itself around the world.
Not just as a beautiful place with colorful coral, but a place that chooses to protect its most valuable resources. News Channel 5's Jay Cashmere joins us live from the Intracoastal Waterway with more on Bonaire's National Marine Park. Jay?
Kelly Chandra, Bonaire is always ranked in the top 5 of dive destinations in the world. 85% of tourists who step foot on that island are divers. Now, one would think that after all the years of this tourist traffic, coral would be threatened, but that's not the case, and here's why.
South Florida is a popular destination for divers anxious to explore our reefs. So scenes like this can be disturbing. Millions of gallons of treated sewage pouring out onto reefs. Millions of tires tearing into decades-old coral. Blooms of algae smothering a precious resource. By contrast, this is a gem in the heart of the Caribbean. An underworld well protected from harm. Simply put,
This is how you want to do it.
this is Bonaire National Marine Park, an area in the tropics unlike any other in the world, where Caribbean blue water glides over coral to form a current for the rest of the world to follow.
The coral reef is the tool of our trade. If we don't take care of it, if we don't protect it, we've lost our trade.
On this island east of Aruba, coral reef is fortified. It's constantly watched and monitored, only without cameras and guns.
60 to 70% of the total income of the island come from tourism, and majority of the tourists here come from diving.
Protecting coral reef here in Bonaire has always been a huge priority, and there are 2 visible signs of that working every day. When divers hit the water, they must leave gloves at the dock. That reduces the incentive to touch coral. They also must be tagged with this visible sign showing they've paid a permit fee to enter this park. What happened here in 1979 set Bonaire apart from the rest of the world. The government created a park, not just any park, one that protects their prized possession with strict regulations.
That move was very crucial to us, to prove to the world, prove to everybody that Bonaire can offer a showcase here, that we have something different, that the other islands in the Caribbean.
Around here, anchoring is not allowed. Instead, boats tie off on moorings, and anything collected from the water must be permitted. It's a delicate balance of protecting a resource and utilizing it to further economic development.
In this little piece of beach, 60+% of the total nesting of the island.
That is sea turtle nesting, and this is Klein Bonaire, a small uninhabited island a short boat ride from the main island, part of the marine park, and like every other area, well patrolled.
You know that you cannot be here with the dog.
Above the surface and below, Bonaire preserves its treasure and now proudly displays it. Not just for an economic boost, but for future generations who plunge into this top dive destination.
The larger majority of the people which come to visit our island come here for the nature, for the scuba diving, and for the tranquility of the island. And they find that because of the protection that we have been having.
Now, officials in Bonaire are not just relying on their past protective measures. They work every day for the advancement of their coral. Right now, they're working on a long-term development plan, once again, to balance their precious resource and economic development on that island. To read more about this story, just log on to our website, WPTV.com. Reporting live from beneath Southwest Marina in the Intercoastal Waterway, I'm Jay Cashmere, News Channel 5.
Time now for Storm Team Chief Media.